Here's Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So we see it right here in the opening drive, throwing the football in these snowing conditions. It's going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need pressure early. I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind.
Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Aaron Browning from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Herbert now. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell.
We're going to take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because your quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And to no one's surprise, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here comes Carter. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert looking Austin Eckler's way again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Herbert back to the air. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare in the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They'll try the right side with Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here. It's Murray. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he is going to have the Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle, Murray. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
That's good. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon God.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. Well, the Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through the second half as we are back underway in Denver. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Wilson now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And that was look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked out 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Wilson. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Here we go on 4th. Herbert dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go with Murray again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is going to have the Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Here's Murray running right, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. All the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 34 yards. And the Broncos have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Going deep here for Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They run from the shotgun with Murray. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Murray will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum is definitely in their favor now.
The point you just made, they're not home yet, but a one-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Extra point through the snowflake, something good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.